So, Invincible is a brand new animated show from Amazon Prime adapting the comic of the same name. We just got the final episode of the first season, and never in my life have I been so shocked, so excited, and so emotional during a superhero show. In other words, guys, this show is fucking great. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in my studio today, where I'll be doing a review of the first season of Invincible. So the show centers around the 17-year-old Mark, who is son to one of the world's most powerful superheroes named Omni-Man. He's basically this universe's version of Superman. When the show starts, Mark's powers have just started to kick in, as we follow him on his journey to become a true superhero, facing many challenges along the way, both mentally and physically, struggling to keep both his private life and the life of Invincible from falling apart. At first glance, this might seem and sound like just your pretty average superhero story. It's pretty simple, that we've probably seen and heard multiple times over the years. So what is it exactly that makes the show as good as it is? Well...
Omni-Man?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What was that? That, my ladies and gentlemen, is the reason you should be watching Invincible. Never before in my life have I seen a show that has such a good balance between both gore, humor and action. And I've seen The Boys, so I know what I'm talking about. The gore really complements what's happening in the story. I was really afraid that it would be like totally unnecessary and overused, as that tends to happen with shows like this. Luckily that wasn't the case, as I probably could have told myself, since I've read a few of the first issues of the comic and I tend to read way more in the future. The show really does the series justice so far, and most of the changes that they do are actually for the better. Like Mark's girlfriend Amber, for an instance, in the comics she really doesn't do anything, she's just kinda there. Whereas here she was actually interesting, she was helpful, sassy, badass and very relatable. And before anyone asks, no, I don't have a problem with her being race-bent. I think you can race bend as long as it makes sense for the character and the actor or actress actually makes it work within the role. Certainly it's easier with smaller characters and even easier with characters that don't really do much or even have any personality, such as Amber here. It really worked within the show. Now, the main plot of the show really focuses on Mark wanting to be like his dad, or rather the lies that his dad is made up of. The show really goes to great lengths to show the sacrifices and choices Nolan has to make in order to fulfill his so-called purpose. You can really see this is actually taking a toll on Nolan, and multiple times in the show this comes through. We both see him rethinking his actions and even regretting them. Speaking nonsense and hurting the people around him to ease his own pain. It's really an abusive behavior, and the show really nails this part of the character. By the end, when Mark finally goes to confront his dad, it gets so emotional that I even almost start to cry. And to be honest, this season only has 8 episodes and manages to do more character development than any of the CW shows for their entire run. It's purely amazing. Mark is probably the most relatable superhero I've seen in a while. Even though he's as powerful as he is, the show really goes out of his way to humanize Mark to make him relatable. Even though his father is trying to make Mark feel like an alien, Mark always comes through as a human character. Mark really feels like the perfect blend of both Spider-Man and Superman, I would say, but oddly enough, he does so in a fresh way. He's kind-hearted, struggles with love, struggles with friendships, he even has problem controlling his temper sometimes. These are all human problems we all struggle with, and we all should be able to relate to. It also helps that Mark is accompanied by so many other great characters, 2 of my favorites being Atom Eve and Robot. Atom Eve is even more badass in the show than she was in the comics, and there she's pretty badass. She feels confident, powerful and very feminine. She stands up for the little guy and everybody else around her. We really need more female superheroes to be portrayed correctly and badass like Eve here. The same kinda counts for Robot, who has one of the best side stories of the show. The way everything he does simply just centers around pure love and affection, and just the overall idea of helping someone who is in as tough a situation that you are yourself is just truly admirable. The show really has many more great characters just like this in the show. Some are more fun, some are more serious and some are more emotional. We have characters such as Rexplode, Monster Girl and Titan and many others who really improve the show and make it feel so great as it does. To be honest, I don't think the characters would have been as good as they were without the incredible voice cast behind them. The cast features many recognizable voices, along with some new cool additions. A few of these being Zachary Quinto as Robot, Jason Mantzoukas as Rexplode, I hope I don't butcher that name, Sandra Oh as Mark's mom, Sassy Beats as Amber, Mark Hamill as the Tailor, Seth Rogen as Alan the Alien, Mahershala Ali as Ezra Miller. They are casted so well, it's incredible. They really bring so much life and personality into these characters, and it's really the steal of the show. JK makes Omni-Man feel like the world's best dad, kind-hearted and loving, but then proceeds to completely flip it to a powerful, cold, genocidal maniac. And Steven Yeun brings a lot of youth and complexity to the character of Mark that I think would be easy for other actors to lose. The voice cast of this show is really a gift and something that keeps you really interested in the show and its characters, along with the excellent writing and action. The fact that the title screen just continues to get bloodier as the show progresses to show that the struggles that Mark is facing is getting harder and harder is just such an awesome detail. Whoever thought of that definitely needs a raise in my mind. It's details like these that the show really doesn't hold back with, and something I really appreciate. This is also reflected in the show's animation style, which really complements the show well. It's definitely not by any means a life-changing or even new animation style. Some shots even feel a bit lazy, but those are all the non-important shots. The animation really shines through is in the action. The action scenes where it really feels like a comic book brought to life. The animation style seems really smooth and fluid, like it should be. Though it has a rather simple art style, it manages to make every single character feel fresh and unique. Even the ones that are basically just rip-offs, they manage to make even more likable and just fun. Like, don't tell me you don't want to have more of the Russian Flash, the Red Rush. That guy, he was just dope. They really capture a lot of detail and it feels very vibrant and hero-like. They really use color theory well in the show, and the visuals really have an impact on why the show is as good as it is. It also surprised me how good the animation was at capturing emotion, both in close-ups and also in wide shots. The facial animations and expressions were handled incredibly well. They managed a lot of great body language as well, which can be really, and I mean really hard to do with animation. So that was a really pleasant surprise and a really welcome one. To be honest, the show's different elements really go out to complement each other in the best way possible. That is why the show is so seamless and fluid, and why your eyes are just glued to the screen and the episode ends before you've even noticed that any time has passed. I've just finished watching this show for the second time in one binge, and boy, time went by fast. Because that's how enjoyable this show is. It's truly great. That's why I'm so hyped for season 2 and 3, which have already been announced. Sadly, I think we'll have to wait a year or so before seeing that. It kinda annoys me how good this show is, because it really just leaves you wanting more. Like, it's really annoying. Essentially, it's kind of like a Spectacular Spider-Man thing, though here we are actually getting more. But should you watch Invincible? That is a clear yes. The show is fantastic and really goes out of its way to do incredible plot twists, explore amazing characters, and make you simp so hard for Eve. Just go watch the show, I promise you won't regret it. With that being said, I guess that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been a while since I last uploaded, but I'm back on track now. So be sure to give me a big thumbs up if you liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more awesome videos like this. With that being said, remember to stay safe out there guys, and have a good one. Bye.